Today, we are going to be looking at something from JJC. Now, in full transparency, JJC did send me this product that we'll be looking at today. They're not paying me to do this review, but I do get to keep this product. And this is the Ultra Slim Filter for the Leica Q3. Now, the reason why they reached out to me is because I did a Leica video where I showed some JJC products for the Deluxe 8. They also saw that I have a Leica Q3. This is the 28 millimeter version. And then I use JJC products for my Sony A7CR. And I did an iPhone video where I used the JJC product as well. So they reached out to me and asked if I would want to review this product. Now, I've seen this on other channels. And I said, sure, I'll take a look at it. So they did send this to me. Again, I get to keep it if I like it. By you seeing this video, it means I did like it. But I'll tell you why I liked it in just a second. So for those of you that don't know, or this is your first time hearing about this product, the Leica Q3 43 millimeter version has a little bit bigger lens and a little bit shorter lens hood. And the problem with that is if you decide to put a UV filter or any filter on the lens, you can't use macro mode. And I'll show you how that works or why that is. But basically, the lens extends a little bit and it bumps in to the lens hood. Now, this is a Polar Pro lens hood, but even with the standard lens hood, it's a little bit shorter than the 28 millimeter lens hood. And so you don't have that ability for the lens to travel if you have a UV filter on. JJC has solved that problem because this lens is super wafer thin. So let's unbox this and take a look, and we'll show you how this fits on the camera and why I think it's just great for either the 28 millimeter or the 43, just because the way this looks on the camera, and it's just something that's really simple that works really well. So hope you enjoy this. Thanks. Let's open this up and I'll show you what you get in the box. So this is the JJC L39 Ultra Slim Multi-Coated UV Filter. You can see here, it's just a very simple box. I have opened this already. You do get a cleaning cloth. You get instructions, which I suppose if you need them. And then you actually get the lens cover itself, and you can see it's hinged. And there's a rubber seal on here as well. So I'm not sure if it's weatherproof, but it seems like it would be. And then you have the filter. They call this the teardown tool, but this is the tool that would allow you to secure this onto the camera better than just finger tight if you need to, or I find that getting it off with this tool really helps, at least to get you started so the filter can spin. So let's go ahead and put it on the camera. So we'll go ahead and dust this off of this. And then this will just thread right in. And you can get most of it. You can see how it just spins freely into place. And then if you wanted to give it like just a little bit of a turn just to make it snug, you can do that with that device. We'll go ahead and throw that off as well. And now you could see here, you have a completely flush mounted system. The tolerance between where the Leica lens stops and the JJC filter is completely flush. So you don't have any ridge whatsoever. And it just really looks great. I hope you can see this on camera. But it's just really well designed. Now, because I have the 28, I don't have that macro problem. You could see here though, when you do engage the macro mode, this lens protrudes out a little bit. And that's the problem on the 43 that they're trying to solve for. Because if you had a regular filter, that filter lip would stick out a little bit. And I guess the hood on the 43, they shortened it. And so the tolerance between the hood and where this lens protrudes out is really tight. And on the 28, you don't have that problem. But as you could see here, this absolutely fixes that because now the filter is completely flush with the lens body itself. So that to me is pretty cool. And then to get it off, because we gave it a little bit of snugness, you can get it off with your fingers, but if you tightened it too much, or just over time if it tightened, you could use, again, this little tool. It's really thick plastic, and that just gives you the ability to unsnug it, and then you can get the rest off with your fingers. And then it just removes really easy. But I'm not going to do that because I actually want to use this on my camera. I just really like the way it looks. So that is the JJC UV filter. Ultra Slim is what they're calling it. And I think this is a great solution for the 43. But I think also if you have the 28, it just works really well if you want to protect your lens and not have anything stick out, especially if you like to use your camera without the hood. This is great because it's, again, totally flat. But if you want to put the hood on there, you can do that as well. I have a Polar Pro hood, so we can show you what that looks like. I do like the Leica hood better than the Polar Pro, but this gives you the ability that if you're going to use like a CPL, you can do that because it's got a hinge on it. So this gives you a little bit more versatility, but that's what it would look like with a hood. But yeah, just a really simple product that solves a big problem for people that own the Q3 43 specifically. And probably it solves a problem that didn't exist for the 28, but it's just really good looking. Thank you, JJC, for sending this out. And I hope you guys find use in this video as well. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.